everyone. Thank you for tuning in to INCRadio on another lovely and beautiful weekend. I'm Taylor Joy Pakan from the local congregation of Temecula Valley.
And I'm Jasmine Mononquil, also from the local congregation of Temecula Valley.
Yep, and you are tuned into INCRadio
San Diego.
Thank you for joining us. It is a wonderful Saturday morning here in San Diego so far, and we have a what I believe will be a heartwarming show for you today, because today we're giving this show to our moms, the soon-to-be moms, the new moms, the pro moms, those who have been moms, those who are moms of moms. We're talking about love of the motherhood today. In fact, Jazz, you're a mom, aren't you?
I am. I'm a mom of 3, and I have a mom and a mother-in-law. So I'm all about the moms.
We are all about the moms
Yes.
today. So before we jump into our discussion with our special in-studio guest, be sure to, as always, like this video that you're viewing on YouTube and subscribe to the INCRadio YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. And go ahead and share this link to view our show today with your friends and family so they can also benefit from our show. And
Yes.
how else can people be involved in our show today?
Yes, and we want to hear where all of you are from or tuning in from. So join our hashtag challenge by posting a comment, one hashtag per comment, and let us know where you're tuning in from. Use a hashtag to let us know which local congregation you're listening from.
Yes, and be sure to stay tuned, because later on in our show, we will announce last weekend's hashtag challenge winners in our show today.
Yes.
All right, but without further ado, we're going to jump into our discussion, love of the motherhood. Would you like to introduce our in-studio guest?
Yes, I would love to, because I'm a mom of 3. So I'm very happy to introduce my fellow mom of 3, Sister Kat Berling.
Yay! There she is.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much to both of you.
Yes. So let everyone know a little bit about yourself, how many kids you have, their ages, and anything you'd like everyone to know.
Sure. So I'm a mom of 3, 18, 13, and 8. So they're boy, girl, boy. And I'm also a relocation consultant part-time. And then I also volunteer in the community, helping postpartum mothers, parents with baby wearing and lactation.
Wow.
Excellent. So your professional and expertise also makes you the perfect guest, besides,
Agreed.
being a mom.
Yes. And before we jump into some questions that we have prepared for you, Sister Kat, should we maybe give the live chat a question?
Yes, let's ask all of you that are tuning in to be engaged in our conversation. We have a question for all of you. So the first question is, we'd like you all to share a pro tip for new mothers and soon-to-be mothers.
I like this question because I feel like we have a lot of soon-to-be moms in our district specifically, but I'm sure from other districts around the world too. So let's help each other out in the live chat. And while everyone responds to that, Sister Kat, we wanted to know, what's one piece of advice you wish you had received before becoming a mom?
That is a really good question, because you kind of think about being pregnant and the birth process, but you don't, maybe you don't think about those first few days as being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the best insights that I get is that I wish someone had told me that babies like to be held all the time, because babies, they're used to being closely in close quarters
Right.
with you. So, they want a little bit more of that. They like to be held all the time, whether it's by mom or dad or another close family member, when they're sleeping, when they're awake, when they're being fed, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So once it kind of got into my head that all babies like to be held, I felt a lot better about the decisions I was making as a parent.
I see. And is that just because that would be the first method whenever your baby is crying, is to just hold them and see what happens?
Exactly. Touch is really important. That's why I use a baby carrier a lot in those first few months, even up to, the toddler age, just because reconnecting with your primary caregivers, with your parents or grandparents even, is a great way to calm down.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes total sense, actually, when you explain it like that.
Yeah.
What about from your experience, Jazz? You are a mom too.
Yes. So, what's interesting is because we have our own moms as examples that we've learned from. So, I noticed generationally too, some of the beliefs and practices are different. So I had some. My aunts also encouraged me to put the baby down
Right.
to teach them independence, and I'm like, no, she's crying. I want to hold her.
Right.
But those. I think a lot of the differences in terms of your beliefs are important to listen to. But at the same time, one thing I wish I knew before becoming a mom was that I'll develop my own style
Right.
of parenting. So if I want to hold the baby all the time, I think then I should have felt okay to do that.
Right.
But
You
I
follow
wanted
your
to
instinct.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
I like that. Okay, that's one great piece of advice I think is listen to your instincts. That makes sense.
Mhm.
I like that advice because it makes sense. It
Mhm.
just is logical.
Yes.
Yes, is what I'm getting
Sometimes
at.
you'll feel conflicted, for example,
Mhm.
because you want to respect your moms and your elders and the way that they've raised kids. But
Yeah.
all of us as moms are different and have different
Personalities.
personalities. Exactly. So be okay with how you feel about taking care of your baby.
Yes, exactly.
That's very comforting and reassuring to hear. I appreciate that. And let's also give a chance for our live chat to continue leaving their comments. We see a few here already from Lay Nationalis. She says, Jasmine is super mom. Hashtag TMB.
Aw, thank
Aw.
you.
Pro tip.
Agree.
I'll clap to that. Pro tip, give yourself an extra hour to get ready to go anywhere when you have a little baby.
Yes.
An hour?
Yes.
Yes, an extra hour.
Extra hour.
Even now, when
Yes.
the kids are no longer babies, but I still
30
feel
minutes,
like,
45 minutes. Yes.
Wow. Okay. And also from Justin Taliaga, San Diego, good morning. Shout out to all the mothers tuning in. You are all warriors. Professional mother. Love that title.
Yes.
I like that title too. From also, would you like to read a couple as well?
Sure. Mia Kamaquin's tuning in. Hi, sis. I love my mom and my mother-in-law. They're the best. I also love being a mother. Hashtag TMV.
Nice.
And she has a pro tip to share. When you pack extra clothes for your baby, bring an extra shirt for yourself. It's common for your baby to also soil mommy.
Yes.
Aw.
That's true.
That's good advice.
I just keep it in the car.
Smart.
Just keep it in the car all the time, in the bag all the time.
Always prepared.
Yes.
I like it. Also from Brother Christian Co. Shout out to all the moms out there, especially to Sister Phoebe.
Hi, Sister Phoebe.
That's sweet.
And we also have Brother Brian Burling. Baby carriers are such a lifesaver. I recommend all parents, including fathers, to learn how to use the different types. Hashtag NSD.
He's
love
my
it.
biggest cheerleader when it comes to the baby wearing.
I like to hear
He
that.
is. And fun fact about Sister Kat and I, we actually were both in NSD when we had our babies at the same time.
Yes, yes.
And I always saw Brother Brian
Carrying the baby.
Yes, so that is awesome.
It's
I
a
love
huge
it.
help.
It
Yes.
is.
Noted. I will remember that.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Let's also give the live chat another question to think about.
Okay, let's see. For the second question for all of you tuned in out there, what tips have helped you budget as a mother? So we know a lot of us are budget conscious and in terms of managing our money. So we'd love to hear from all of you what tips you have for managing your budget as a mom.
This is something I'm very interested in. So I'm looking forward to reading the comments to that.
Yeah.
And while everyone does do that, Sister Kat, how do you coordinate activities between children who have various interests?
I think it is really important to keep some kind of calendar or a planner, whether it's digital online or a paper planner or something in your house posted. I tried the post-it thing and it doesn't work because nobody looks at it. But so I just kind of keep it all to myself. But, getting a schedule of like if your child wants to participate in something, getting a schedule ahead of time to make sure it doesn't conflict with the other children's activities or church activities or work for myself or my husband. I think that helps a lot. And also making sure that your child really wants to participate in that. Sometimes they are influenced by their friends. Oh, I want to do this. And then you say, do you really want to do that? And then you give them like what it entails. And they're like, I changed my mind. So really, confirm with your child, especially age appropriately, like if they really want to do that thing.
I like that. That's good advice. Is that also similar to your experience too as a
Yes,
mom?
it's really important to be organized. So I love that tip that you shared. Also, when it comes to their interests, I thought when they were younger that it would be easier as they get older, but it actually got more complicated.
Yes.
So when they were younger, a lot of their activities were more shared. They all loved to play in the playground and run in the grass. But as they got older, all of them developed into different individuals with their own hobbies and interests and strengths. So now managing all the different, activities they're involved in is so challenging, but it's also exciting, right?
Yes, because then you learn new things about your child. You learn new things about the world that they're living in. But yes, it is sometimes like a puzzle trying to, okay, I'm going to be here at this time. This child is over here. Let's coordinate rides. Take offers of help if there's another parent that says, oh, I'll drop off your child at home. And you trust that, of course. Trust the parent or grandparent or auntie or uncle. Take up that offer. Of course, yes. Can you please pick them up or can you please drop them off? It's a huge help. And if you trust the person, then it's like a worry that just kind of falls out of your mind, in my opinion.
That reminds me of the saying, it takes a village.
Yes, for sure. A community, a village, a team.
I see.
Yes.
I like that. Wow. My perspective on moms is totally changing right now because I realize you all are probably master coordinators and planners. I did not realize how much actually goes on in your heads in terms of planning each aspect of your own life, but also your kids as well.
Yes.
So thank you, Mom. My own mom.
Yes, to my mom too.
Yes. I don't know how my mom did it with 4 kids. Let's also read some comments from those in the live chat from Sister Julie Tumbaga. Digital couponing and get items delivered to the house. #NC. I like that.
Henry Papa said we went to grandparents' house to eat. That helped our budget.
Yes.
#NSD.
Love that.
Yes.
Also from Brian Berling, budgeting. In running some calculations, breastfeeding in our home saved us about $5,000 a year in formula.
Yes.
Wow.
But I did eat more.
So it's give and take. I don't blame you for preferring that method though. Also went with cloth diapering, saving another $5,000 a year.
Diapers are very expensive.
That's what I hear, but I don't realize. Well, actually, when you think about how many a baby goes through,
12 plus per day in the newborn stage.
Per day?
Yes.
They're constantly changing.
This is news to me. Good to know.
There's a question for her that's interesting.
Oh, question for Sister Kat. Do you find that your husband has difficulty focusing on the kids since you are so strikingly gorgeous?
I don't even know how to respond to that, but he is a very good father. I could not do this without him, certainly.
Shout out to all the dads.
Shout out.
That's the best answer. Also from Sister Gray Paskiewicz, budgeting tip: shop your pantry and inventory before running to the grocery to avoid buying doubles.
True.
That happens to me all the time.
Yes.
That sounds like an important one. Also from Julie Tumbaga, save money by planning your meals and sticking to your grocery list. Eat out less. #NC. That just sounds healthier too, for sure.
True. Yeah, don't shop when you're hungry.
Yes. After your meals. Yeah, after lunch, yes.
Smart. From Rednell Robles Rubios, I'm very grateful for all those moms who remember my kids for hand-me-down clothes or shoes. Really saved us a lot of money.
Yes.
#NC.
That's a great tip because a lot of the kids, they grow so quickly, especially the
Yes.
babies, that you go through the clothes quicker than you're anticipating.
Right.
You know, like they're barely worn sometimes because they wear it 1 week and then the next week they're
Too small.
too
Yes.
small.
Yes. And sometimes you pass around the clothes at church and then it comes back to you. I've seen that
With the
happen a
next
few
child.
times. Yes. I'm like, oh, my oldest child wore this and now my youngest child is wearing it too.
Full circle.
Full circle.
I
Yeah.
like
It's
that.
nice to have friends that have kids that are older and younger. So you pass the clothes around.
Mhm.
Very sweet. Also from Geraldine Doe. Hello, watching from Athens, Greece, District of
Wow,
Mediterranean. Thank you
hello.
for tuning in. And let's read one more for now here from Brother Dennis. He says, pro tip, do some chores for the house and massage their feet. They deserve time off from all their hard work.
Yes.
Lucky Sister Jasmine.
Great tip.
I love these. Please continue to leave your tips and your comments. We will hopefully read more in just a little bit. And while everyone does that, we want to give one more thing for everyone to think about if they would like to comment in the live chat. And we also want to ask this to our in studio guest and our co host here. What's the best advice you've received as a mom? I'm sure there's so many possible answers to this, but I'm very curious what you have to say, Sister Kat.
I think the best advice was from a friend who had kids a little bit before me. And she said, accept all reasonable offers of help. So, don't accept all help,
Yeah.
reasonable offers of help. Like I said, from grandparents, from, cousins and aunties and uncles who you trust, accept their help. And also kind of forming a community, a village of moms who are, whose kids are older, whose kids are younger, and you help each other out. You take breaks with each other. You bring your children to the park and have chats while the kids play together.
Mhm.
And I think that is a really good help. It helps to multitask.
Mhm.
The kids are getting their energy out. The moms are getting their frustrations and getting advice from each other. I think just accepting help, using your community, your parents, everybody helps to build that child and to help that child grow up.
Mhm.
I like that.
That's perfect. Also, when you're about to become a mom, I think at least for myself, had the expectation that I should know what to do. I'm reading all of these, preparing for pregnancy and childbirth, and books and material from my doctors. So I'm thinking, so I should be well equipped to know what to do. But just understand that you're never going to be prepared, no matter how much preparation you do.
No.
I took classes in parenting, and every situation that you encounter with your children will always be unique
Yes.
and different. And
You know
feel
your
okay.
baby best.
Mhm.
You are the expert on your baby. You spent the most time with that baby from the very, very beginning. So, like you said, you're just going to learn as you go. You're going to get to know your kid and find your own style of parenting.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
And it might feel foreign and strange in the beginning,
Yes.
Mhm.
because you're gonna feel like, what am I doing? Is this correct?
Yes.
Especially when it came to breastfeeding and things that are activities you're not accustomed to doing.
Right.
Mhm.
But over time, yes, you will learn and develop your own style.
Yes.
I like that. Admittedly, before this conversation, motherhood seemed kind of daunting.
It still is.
But now you have both made me realize that it's manageable and it sounds
Yes.
very much like a blessing,
For
Absolutely.
sure. Yes. Yes.
despite its challenges. It sounds like you
Yes.
both have become wiser and more, have grown in your own ways because of motherhood.
Definitely. It opens up a side of yourself that you didn't know was capable of doing all
Mhm.
of these things. And it's quite fulfilling.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I love that.
And always remember, your children are a gift.
Yes.
So it's something very special that you'll cherish and you'll always love. It's a role and responsibility that we both love very much.
Yes. Yes.
Our favorite
It's-
role, probably.
It's very evident for both of us, I would say.
Mhm.
And it does look like we have some pictures here of you, Sister Kat, with your blessings of children
Yes.
and your husband as well.
Yes.
Where's this picture taken, if you don't mind
This
sharing?
is in San Francisco, close to Ghirardelli Square. It was like during a spring break, and this was at one of the Disneyland hotels. That's my oldest.
Mhm. Not sponsored by any of these places,
No,
but it's
yeah.
lovely to see.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. So as you can see, I'm used to keeping my children close all the
Aw,
time.
I love it.
Yes, this is I think at a family gathering. just hanging out with them. So yes, I always have my at least one or two. It's like an exception today that I don't have them with me.
I love the way that you look at your kids too in those pictures.
Thank you.
So sweet. And before we wrap up our chat with you here, Sister Kat, we do want to read a couple more comments from the live chat. Again, from Brother Brian Burling. Man, those are some great looking kids you have, Sister Kat. So glad they take after their mom.
Oh, I would disagree. They do take after their dad. They look exactly like them.
I like that. Would you like to read a few?
Sure. Reina Christina Manuel says, hello po and happy viewing to everyone. What an interesting topic po. Hashtag SVC.
Nice. Very interesting topic indeed. Also from Brother Ronnie Lee Anasiete, belated happy birthday to Brother Ryan from INCRadio San Diego. Celebrated his 21st birthday. Again. On February 4th. We
Happy
love
birthday,
Ryan.
Brother Ryan.
Yes. Also,
And Sister Gray Pascuic, being a mom is like having so many window tabs open inside your head, trying to get so many things done.
Yes, agree.
I like
That's
that
a great
reference.
analogy.
Also from Sister Danielyn Flores. Hi, Sister Kat. She gives great advice and mommy feedback. Best advice, it's okay to ask for help.
Yes. I'm glad that stuck with you, Sister Danielyn.
Another one from Brother Brian Burling. Pro tip, parents should know what the topic of the CWS is, or children's worship service is every weekend, so they can discuss with the kids.
Yes. And one more pro tip from Sister Lena Chanellis. Teach your kids chores at an early age. My boys have been doing their own laundry since age 10. Hashtag TMV. Best advice, do chores while the baby naps.
Yes, that is 2 pieces of good advice.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your tips and advice in the live chat. And thank you, Sister Kat,
Thank you for
joining
having
us.
me.
Before we let you go, would you like to give some final words for everyone tuning in? And while you're at it, would you like to give some shout outs?
Sure. I want to let all the moms know you are doing a good job. If it's hard, it means you're trying. So thank you for helping to raise those beautiful children. And I want to give a shout out to my mom and mother-in-law, Mama Helen and Mama Janie, my sister Karen, who just had her baby last month, and to all the moms who continue to help me out every single day. I really appreciate all of you.
Aw.
That is amazing. Let's give it up for Sister Kat one more time. Thank you for joining us. I love that. I think I could go on and on talking about our moms, the super moms. But we do have the rest of our show. And in fact, Jazz, what's that?
Oh, I see activities
Coming up on the horizon. Here in San Diego County, California, we have activities going on all the time. I wanted to fit that one in today. Like last weekend, how we had our special gathering of doctrinal instructees and candidates for baptism.
Awesome. And then today we have a SCAN and CMDPS special gathering, which is the Society of Communicators and Networkers.
Yes.
And it's their 36th year anniversary, as well as the CMDPS, Christian Medical Dental Paramedical Society, is celebrating their 6th year anniversary. So join their special gathering today.
Nice, very exciting. And also coming up next weekend on February 15th, we have our bowling clinic and social at Mira Mesa Lanes. And then coming up on the Monday right after that, February 17th, we have our
Unity Games, and that's the bowling and chess edition at the same location, Mira Mesa Lanes.
so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's on the horizon for the San Diego Satellite Studio. Jazz!
Yes.
This is my version of getting hype. Ryan does it very manly. Jazz! We have our hashtag challenge winners.
All right. So we are now going to actually go over the local congregations in our district. So for our hashtag challenge, we have hashtag CV, hashtag NSD, hashtag EC, hashtag Menifee, hashtag Hemet, hashtag TMV, hashtag NC, and hashtag Vista.
All right. And without further ado, in no particular order, here are the top 3 winners from last week's hashtag challenge. We have the local congregation of Hemet. Also, the local congregation of North San Diego. And the local congregation of Temecula Valley. Yeah! So keep hashtagging throughout the rest of our show today. You still have a chance to help your local congregation be on the leaderboard next week. But that is all the time that we have for our show today, Jazz. Thank you once again, everyone, for tuning in and joining us. Before we go, we would like to thank the following individuals who helped make INCRadio San Diego possible. Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our CEBSI President, Brother Wally Taray, our INCRadio Station Manager.
And we'd also like to thank Brother Matt Capistrano, our Supervising Minister of SDC, Brother Hernan Bendicio, our Assistant Supervising Minister, Brother Christian Ko, our District Multimedia Advisor.
Yes. Up next is INCRadio San Francisco, so be sure to stay tuned for them. And also, one more quick comment before we leave from Brother R.C. Catalasan. Greetings to everyone watching from Stockholm, Sweden. We are international today, folks.
Yes, we are.
Until next time here on INCRadio San Diego, goodbye. Stay safe. We'll catch you on the next.
Overseas Filipino worker ka ba? May plano ka maging isang OFW?
Baguhan ng matagal ng OFW? Pamilya ng OFW? Para sa iyo ang programang ito ang
People Inspire People! Every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Philippine Standard Time.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.